What is going on, you guys? We got a General Veers preview for Legion today, much to the dismay of everybody who's not playing Legion that was really hoping for an update for one of their games, but fear not, because news tends to come on Fridays, and today was Tuesday. So, General Veers, let's talk about General Veers. First off, this is going to be awesome because look how cheap he is. Now, instead of having to use Vader, and Vader's great, Vader's so great, but 80 points, he's less than half the price. I mean, you probably give him some upgrades and everything. Now, he's not as strong as Vader, but you have to have a commander. So, for some of us who play Armada, wish, hey, I wish we could have like a much cheaper, commander in Armada, for example. So, here's your option, 80 points, that's great. So, he's got 2 of these command upgrades, 1 equipment. He uses 2 black dice to punch. He's got 3 white dice to shoot. He's got Pierce 1. 3 white dice isn't that great, but he's a cheap commander. What you gonna do? 3 dice for 1 mini's not too bad. He's got 5 health, 2 courage. So he's kind of, he could potentially get afraid. He's got more courage than your standard stormtrooper, but he's all right? Rolls a red die for defense. He does have that surge to crit, which is pretty nice. Considering the 3 white dice, that kind of gives him a 3 out of 3. He has a much higher chance to actually be able to shoot armor, than somebody with even black dice without the surge to crit. So that's kind of cool. So let's Spotter 2. Well, we want to look at his. I like Spotter because you can choose up to 2 friendly units at range 1. Each of them gains an aim token. It doesn't say other friendly units, so he could technically spot himself. But, this is great. Like, I recently ran a battle report, like on Tatooine with 2 ATSTs. Didn't work out really good. It had Vader. It's a cool battle that you can do, but, like, this would have been so much better, right? Because he could just hang back and just support the ATSTs. He can give them aim tokens. And then maybe they can aim again and maybe reroll 4 dice, or maybe they can just move and shoot, or, pivot and shoot. They don't have to get stuck, oh, I want to, there's nothing worse than, like, shooting without an aim and you get, like, a blank red and you're like, oh, so aim is great. So giving out aim tokens is nice. Inspire 1 is a cool keyword here. So after your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly units at range 1 to 2. So, and this is a numerical value, so you can have higher values of Inspire or whatever, but this is basically, so if somebody's getting stressed out near you, this is another way for you to remove suppression, and and that's nice, especially because your rally step is at the beginning of your activation. You're gonna, even if you don't have suppression, you'll still technically have a rally step. So what's cool about this is that you can be very tactical. If you shot at this guy, now he's suppressed, he might lose an action. Well, now I'll activate Veers, removes that from him, so then now he's free to go ahead and activate. So you can be strategic on those things, especially since Veers doesn't have the best courage value. You're not going to be able to necessarily stop, panic as bad. Although still, double. You need 4. 4 is still a little hard to get. He's got Precise 1, so if he's got an aim token, he can reroll an extra die. And then Sharpshooter 1, while performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1. It's a nice little bonus to have. With the Surge to Crit, I don't know if it's really has the most synergy with him, but, he's making the most from the dice that he has. He's trying to shoot. He's trying to shoot pretty hard. One of the things we get in here is we get a close-up of his different command cards, and these are what's really going to make him stand out. And for the first time, you'll have to actually think about what you want to actually put in your hand of command decks, because if you're running Veers and Vader together, for example, which in theory you could, I don't think I would, but you could. You can have up to 2 commanders. And the cool thing about doing that in this case is that you would have, I should do a Veers and Vader build. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a Veers and Vader build. I'll do one of those maybe this week. But you have maximum firepower, evasive maneuvers, Imperial discipline. You'd have to think, like, well, do I want like all 3 of Vader's cards, all 3 of Veers' cards, and then just standing orders, or do I want to put some generic ones in there? The reason why you might want to put some generic ones, if Veers and Vader die, then you're stuck with just doing, standing orders. You know, because your regular commander can't issue a Veers, you know, card. So let's look at these. Well, let's look at evasive maneuvers. So this one activates 2 vehicles. This one actually looks like, you know, art aside, it looks like it would be great on a speeder bike. And by the way, I love this art. That's really, really well done. Whoever painted that did a tremendous job, because it looks like a photograph, and the perspective is so good on it. It's, I mean, really good art. When a friendly vehicle unit is issued an order, which you're going to give 2 vehicles an order, it gains a dodge token. Vehicles can dodge. I mean, that's fine. And they can also spend friendly, now not just these 2, but friendly vehicles units can spend dodge tokens to cancel crit results, which is awfully nice. Awfully nice, especially if your vehicles are taking some damage. It's going to be huge for these guys. These guys already have cover 1, but being able to spend a dodge to cancel a crit's a big deal. Definitely a big deal. Very cool, especially your speeder. I mean, the triple speeder thing is a thing now, so I mean, this is a nice way to be able to, I mean, and the speeders too, they already get the compulsory move, so later on in the game, once you're already in engagement range, they can move for free, and then they can just dodge and shoot. You know, if it's not one of the ones that gets the dodge, you know, and you can dodge again. I mean, because this isn't doing a dodge command. So if this is one of the guys who gets this dodge token, they could dodge and then have 2 dodge tokens and potentially cancel 2 crits. So pretty cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let's look at Imperial Discipline. Veers and 2 units. So this is getting, you know, 3 tokens out there. When a friendly unit is issued an order, it may recover. So recover is one of those actions, right? Like you can ready all your exhausted cards. That one's always nice. This one seems like it has natural synergy with your ATST, and you want to load it up and have, you know, all 4 weapons on there and be able to do that. That would be a cool way for you to be able to do that like twice. So very cool for that. Your rocket troopers, you can do that. Anything else that has to do. Also recover, you know, can get rid of your you know, your suppression. So you know, what are you, recovering's cool, not bad. And plus it's getting you 3. It's getting you 3, so it has some definite usage. Important thing, you don't have to use all 3 of Veers' cards. You know, if you're using 2 commanders, you could use like 1 or 2 evaders, 1 or 2 of Veers, and then maybe, you know, some of the generics also. Like if you wanted it just to be 3 units instead of Veers and 2 units. And then this one, see, this is my favorite. This one's really cool. So maximum firepower. You know, at the end of General Veers' activation, he may perform an attack using the following weapon: from range 4 to infinity, 4 red dice, impact 2, and it's immune to deflect. In other words, if he's shooting at Vader or Luke, you know, they can't deflect it. This is representing basically like an ATS or an AT-AT that's off the board, that's shooting from really far away. The thing is, that's really cool about this one is, if you've been playing for a little bit now, you're probably noticing like first turn, everybody plays standing orders because you're probably too far away. Not every game, but most games that I play, everybody plays standing orders first turn. Well, this is something you might want to do first turn other than standing orders, because if you wait, you might be too close to be able to shoot. The other thing is this can be a second, you know, if by chance you do end up doing it later on, he's performing this attack. He's not doing an attack action. So you can, in theory, attack, like shoot your gun, and then, you know, maybe move and back away and, you know, into range of being able to do this, and then do a second attack. I think that would probably be a little bit difficult to pull off depending on, you know, how everything was set up, but that's a possibility as well. But it's a nice 4 dice weapon. It's kind of cool to be able to do this first turn too, like right away, because of the fact that, you know, 4 red dice. It's got impact too, so if maybe you're going up against an ATRT, you want to get some damage in on that. Maybe you want to try to get some damage in on like Luke or their commander, or just take one of their troopers down, like maybe cut their numbers in half. Be a really cool way to do that too. So that much is nice. It's nice having that option. Extra free attacks, I mean, sure. Especially if you got also, I mean, think about it, if you got ATSTs with mortar launcher too, you can, you know, you got all kinds of long range stuff. Very nasty stuff. Commanding Presence, we get this one. This is one of his command upgrades. Yeah, when issuing orders, you can issue orders at range 4. So this really gives you a wide, and you know, so that's cool. 10 points. I don't know if I want to be that far. I mean, you do kind of want to keep Veers kind of in the rear. 4 would be good. I mean, 4 covers most of the board. If you're like kind of centrally located within your troops, you'd probably be able to hit almost everybody from 4. So that's cool. And then you get Esteemed Leader. Now this looks like a card that comes with Leia. Maybe it comes with both. But I have a hard time thinking that this doesn't come with Leia. But who knows? Maybe let me know what you think. You think it's going to come with both? Or are they just, maybe they screwed up and they're just talking about a Leia card in here. Either way, it's a card that can be used with either because it's not restricted to any specific faction. While you are defending, each friendly core trooper unit at range 1 gains Guardian 1. And Guardian has a number 1, so like we know, like all these numerical things stack. So if they ever make core troopers that have Guardian already, it will increase their Guardian level, right? Or if you have something else that's also going to give somebody Guardian 1, then they'll stack. And what Guardian 1 apparently means here is that while a friendly unit at range 1 is defending against a ranged attack, you may cancel up to one hit result. For each result canceled, roll one of your defense dice, convert surges, then suffer a wound for each blank result. So it's only while you're defending. So the interesting thing here is that it's looking at the Guardian keyword. And Guardian can only be triggered while a friendly unit is defending. Well, this only is giving it to them while you are defending. So they can only guard you, apparently, right? But normally, like if it wasn't while you are defending, it would, you know, just allow them to protect anybody. So maybe we'll see some type of guards that have this innately or something like that. So Guardian, you know, it's just a nice way for people to to split up the damage. I mean, most games you want to kind of concentrate your fire to take down the leader or whatever. And so maybe he's got like 2 stormtroopers next to him, and they can each be like, well, I'll take one of those hits, and I'll take one of those. Oh, you only got 3 through, but well, 1 went there, 1 went there, so you only got 1 through. You know, and then we still get to roll. So Guardian seems like a pretty cool, you know, you'd have to have a lot of core right next to you, and that might not always be the case, though, because you kind of seem like you want Veers to kind of hang back and send everybody else out. So this one, I don't know if I would use on Veers. It all depends on how you wanted to implement him. He seems like he's designed to stay in the back. But again, it all depends. There could be certain objectives where you need to keep a couple of guys on this objective, and then he's going to help hold the objective, and he can still support from farther away for the other objectives, because a lot of times you have to hold more than one objective. But let me know what you guys think. This was a nice little preview for General Veers. Hopefully we will get some more stuff out soon. I want this guy, I want Leia, I want the Snow Troopers, I want the Fleet Troopers, I want all that stuff to come out very, very soon. Let me know what you think in the description below. There is still another round of the giveaway going on. Winner will probably be announced within the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that as well. I usually do those at the end of the video. Only thing you need to do to get a chance to win is to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that, and you can win a $20 Cool Stuff gift card and be able to get an expansion of your choice. So it's a great deal. Let me know what you think of Veers down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.